One of the easiest ways you can make your app's search features convenient for users is to offer relevant filters and sorting capabilities. This is all about helping your users navigate through those search results as quickly as possible. So filtering helps them narrow down their results to fewer items, and sorting helps them identify the most important results. This way they can find the data they need to make important decisions. You also want to include a reset function in your search interface. This may seem obvious, but you'd be surprised how often this kind of feature is left out. By having a way for the user to clear out and reset all of the different filters, drop downs, inputs, all of this back to its original starting point, you help them move through multiple searches a lot faster as well. This way they don't have to spend time going through many more clicks just to undo the previous search to begin again. If your search feature has the potential to return many items back to the user, you want to consider using pagination to break down that response. This could be for results as few as a couple dozen items or as large as hundreds, if not thousands of items. It's going to help you reduce the overwhelm for both the user's own experience, right? They can only see so much at a time, but also it's going to help reduce the overwhelm for the page. If you try to have your page design load literally thousands of items, things will slow down. You don't want to do that. So help the performance, help the user's experience by organizing and designing those search results into pages so that the user is only looking at, let's say, 10 to 20 items at a time, then moving to the next set of 10 to 20. I promise it'll make the overall experience much better for them. And speaking of performance, one of the best ways you can keep your search feature efficient is to apply all of the filters on the server side. This essentially means that Bubble will filter all of the data first before sending the response over to the browser, which in turn could lead to faster moving pages for the user. If you wait to apply any filters until the client side, then that means more data is likely being sent to the browser. It has the potential to slow the page down depending on the volume of data. Okay, so the best thing you can do is to apply your filters on the server side wherever possible. Hey, real quick, if you're finding this helpful, our Fast Track course goes vastly more in depth about how to take your app from idea to launch. Founders who are looking for a structured and complete blueprint that takes them from start to finish have found it most helpful. You can check it out over at coachingnocodeapps.com/fast-track to see if it might be a good fit for you too. Now, a good user experience is important no matter what feature you're building in your app. And one of the key things that goes into a good UX is orientation. You always want your user to know where they are and what they can do on the screen that they're looking at. We don't want them to feel like they're in the dark or that they have to start guessing about what to do next. And one of the things that's often overlooked with search features is what happens if they try to perform a search and there are no results to see, right? We don't want to show them just a blank screen. They're going to think that it's broken. You want to create what's called an empty state design to help them understand that, hey, we see that you've performed a search, we see your filters, for example, but we don't have any data that meets those constraints. Try loosening your filters to get results on this page. Okay, so help your user understand how to properly use the search. Don't let them see an empty screen, otherwise they'll think that it's broken and then they'll abandon the page. And finally, when it comes to creating a strong search experience for your users, don't be afraid to design different layouts for mobile search versus desktop search. They don't have to be the exact same design, especially when you have limited space on a mobile screen compared to desktop. What we typically see with mobile is that the filters are hidden until the user needs to open them up and make their adjustments, right? So adapt to the different screen sizes so that the search experience overall is as convenient to navigate and easy to consume as possible.